moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need... Our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And he'll pull his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Going to try and throw it here. Taking a deep shot here. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead right away. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. You're good on the point after. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Set to return, it's Chuba Hubbard. Making some progress here. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 10 black, drill, 6, mega. Cut.
Straight to the air here, it's Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Young working from the gun. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. The intended target was his running back. So now they have 3rd and short. And he's taking chances like that help make them a postseason team, Brock. You're going to need to connect on at least a couple of those in this game.
Exactly. These are the types of plays we expect from every team in the postseason, right? Well-timed risk and an aggressive mindset that reflects all the stakes of each and every game.
Into the hands of Leggett. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, they don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
To the air on 1st down, Young. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
That was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
52 Bradford. 60 red. 60 red.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Drill, 52, ready.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he's tackled for no gain. Offense in the hurry up here. Again, it's Young. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. He's going to throw this one. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Gain of 15 there. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Shotgun, handoff to Garindo. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
Trying to throw this from the gun. On the move, past the 40. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
On the give, it's Garindo. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you've got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Here's Garindo on 2nd down. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Making to stop that time, Taron Johnson.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Hubbard with a return here. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back to Levi Stadium right after this.
On the ready.
We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. This is Liggins working the left side. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap now to Young. Checks this one down, Hubbard. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Go, 17. Ready?
3rd down run by Hubbard. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock. That is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. They're down to their final one in this half. So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Claws red. Come on, set. Yellow, 43. Steel, black. White, white. Ready.
They're going for it, Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Washington. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy.
Up to the races, middle of the field. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Isaac Guerrero with the touchdown. York tacks on that extra point. And the 49ers take a 3-possession lead. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Hubbard with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Okay,
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
here we go. 6, 60, cut.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Downfield to Warren. He's got it. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Looking quickly here. Young up 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You can tell this is going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
It's caught by Hubbard. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Offensive line fast.
That's good for a Panthers. 1st down.
Black shot.
1st down. Young. He's got it near the 10. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
43 red, blue, yellow.
In the red zone on 1st. Headed out right. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that kickoff is into and then at the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Beginning on the ground. Here's Guerrero. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Here we go, set. 19, right.
Throwing now, another shotgun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Gotta cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. This is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Gain of 26 yards there. And that gives the 49ers the first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, Garindo. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They're going to run. Garindo. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Back on second and goal. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers grow their lead just before halftime. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers take a 3-possession lead.
Panthers 7.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. On the return, here comes Xavier Leggett. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Now it's Young. Escapes the pocket. Connection made with his back deep downfield. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line.
And the Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready.
Here's Young on first and 10. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the 49ers are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
And the 49ers first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Working on first down. Ooh, he misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. And now it's second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Here's a throw. All the left side. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for them from the 31. Working now from the gun. Oh, this big guy is moving! And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. That one's complete, right side. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Still sticking with the passing game. Catch is made in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. Covered with a return here. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you, the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return and set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
Left side into the hands of Warren. And he's brought down at the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 30-yard line.
Young working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Third and long for him here. Gets him on the quick hitter. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Panthers. First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Panthers.
Red, 6, mega. Green Jack. Black Ultra.
Here's Young again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, it kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Ready.
To the air, yet again. Young buys time, rolling right. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Here we go, set. Red, 38.
Carolina.
5, 97.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Out of the gun, Young. Here's a deep shot towards the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
On a draw, this is Brooks. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 9 yards.
Going to the ground again on first. Nice cut back to the right side. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Now a give to Guerrero. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Panthers bringing out a 5th defensive back on 3rd. Air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Gonna throw this from the gun. Short pass brought in. And they make the tackle at the 38. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Throwing from the gun here. Sends this to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers make it a 16-point ball game. Brian Thomas Jr. the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers take a 3-possession lead. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Covered with a return here. That's a good look on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds a seam down the middle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Working quickly here.
Panthers, 1st down. A gain of 36 yards.
To the air on 1st down. Young. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Looking quickly, trying to get set.
Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Red, cycle. Slide through. Ready?
It's Young to throw here on 1st. Rolling left, buying some time. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Right. White. Black 40. Blue striker. Red. Yellow. Cut.
Again, it's Young. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
10 yards to go.
Ready. Yellow. 43. Check. Cut.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Black shot.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the 49ers get it back as he intercepts
This is one of the toughest tests yet in this game for the defense so far, Kate. But boy, not only did they hold up, but they turned some momentum with that interception in the end zone.
On first down, it's Gorindo. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They'll throw. Third and long. Connecting on a slant. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up fourth down.
8-yard gain. It's fourth down.
The lead looks safe, but the Panthers staying down. They're going for this. They're going to throw for it on fourth. That finds Adams downfield. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. So they go for it on fourth, partner, and they get it in a big way, 25 yards.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. There's a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got third down now coming up.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Third and long. They're going to throw. This is a heater going deep. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers keep adding that fourth-quarter lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the 49ers make it a 24-point ball game. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
On the ready.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Completed over the middle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Ready?
Young on 1st and 10. That's McMillan with the catch out left. He's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense up to the line fast. Young working from the gun. All right, Liggett makes the grab. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good for Panthers. First down.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Too much lead on that throw. That ball's incomplete ahead of his target. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this is what
Brought in inside the 20. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. Looking quickly here.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
First down, Young. Brought in. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. Offensive line fast.
That's another. Panthers first and goal, Carolina.
First and goal, Hubbard. And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers putting up points in a game decided. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the detail.
And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a two-score game here late.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
And the 49ers are able to cover the kick. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
You know, what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick. As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers with a 16-point lead. Extra DB out there for the Panthers. Third down. He's going to throw it. Chased out to his right. Down he goes. The Panthers got him. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down.
A number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on third down. It's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
That's taken at the 15. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this first and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Brought in right side. Space past the 35. Rolling into enemy territory. To the 25. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. Here's Young to the line now. His guys going for two. All right, they're going to throw for it. And the two-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the 49ers are able to cover the kick. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a design run. Lining up to take a knee on second down.
Panthers 60.
We draw it up for him. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Ready up.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
Jack, Bobcats.
First carry here for Jordan James. Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Black duck. Down. Shoot. Yellow. Smash. Red. Yellow.
Young throwing here. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. This will be the final play of the game. One final shot here. Connects on the crosser. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. So the 49ers take